Everybody, hey, listen, I want to talk about growing to the place where you can get to where other people's opinions don't have power over you. I was coaching a lady yesterday, and one of the biggest things that we ended up landing on is that she is living her life as if other people's opinions about how she lives, what she does, what she can and cannot do, her identity, have to do with other people's opinions about her. And this comes through in our lives because we respect other people, especially when we're younger. We have parents and leaders that tell us things. But what's happened is as we get older as adults, we've still given up the power of our lives to other people's opinions about what we do. And we live based on other people's opinions. Now, oftentimes, people will say, no, I don't live based on other people's opinions. And yet, when you dig deeper, they really are still living under the fear of, if somebody thinks this about me, that means this, and so I have to prevent that from happening. And they're living so that other people don't think things about them. They're living so that they can control the narrative of how people see them because of the power that they've given to other people's opinions. So what's happened is they say, well, I'm not living for other people's opinions, but they're living their life in a way so that nobody can ever give an opinion, because if an opinion comes, now they have to do something with it instead of just letting it pass on by. And living that way is still living based on other people's opinions having power over you. Now, I'm all for finding good mentors, finding people that you trust in your life, that you ask for their opinion, finding that. But when we lean into other people's opinions, especially the ones that have no place to speak into our life, and they don't care about us, they just want to give their opinion. You see, most people give their opinion to feel validated themselves. That's it. And most people care more about what you think about them than they care about what they think about you. And yet we live our lives based on other people's opinions about what we do, where we go, what we say, what we talk about, what we think. Politics is a huge indicator of this. We either do or do not talk about it because of that. Religion, all of this stuff, because we're worried about, well, if they think this about me, then that means this. And it's because of how we judge ourselves and how we judge other people and how we see our own opinions of other people having power over other people. We have to get to a place where other people's opinions do not have power over us. And we also believe our opinion does not have power over other people, and we don't try to control other people based on our opinion. It's a two-way street. You see, if you believe that other people can control you, you also believe that you somehow can control other people, and you're trying to learn how to control other people in a way to get the results that you want. These two things are broken. Other people don't have the power to control you, and you don't have the power to control other people. We can influence people. We can negotiate. There's even manipulation that comes in. That happens, and manipulation is not good. And manipulation and influence aren't the same thing, but those are two different topics. You have to get to where, though, other people's opinions, even if they say something about you, has zero power over you, has zero power over your choices, your decisions, and what you're going to do, because you're choosing to do what you want to do regardless of the populace opinion, regardless of another person's opinion. And this is the only way to be successful. This is the only way to reach your goals. You see, any area where we give up the power of our choices to another person's opinion, we are fitting into the mold of what they believe we should look like instead of having that power in our lives, and we're living as a powerless person. It is powerless to give up your opinion, your power of your life, to another person. And the only way that other people's opinions have power over you is because you explicitly gave that person power. That's it. It's absolutely it. You chose to give that person power over you. And so you have to learn to get to where other people's opinions don't have power over you. Now, what do we do here? Imagine your life as somebody who does not let other people's opinions have power over them. What would your life look like? What would you do? Write that down. Write down and declare where you would go, what that would mean for you. And then that starts to help you make a plan to go after your goals, to go after your dreams. You know, I've lived my life for so long to where I've let other people's opinions keep me stuck in a place that I never wanted to be, because I gave up the power of my future to the opinions of other people. And every time that I've had a breakthrough to get to the next level of reaching my goals, moving towards my goals, moving the needle forward, is when I finally got past giving up the power of my life to other people's opinions. Listen, I care about what my wife thinks about me. I care about people that I have respect, and I care about their opinion, and those are chosen by me. But at the same time, we have to stop submitting to other people's opinions about us and doing what other people say we should do just because that's what they believe is best for our lives. We have to learn to be accountable for our choices, have accountability and personal accountability. Start to keep the promises we make to ourselves, to start to trust ourselves to move forward instead of giving up the responsibility of our life to other people's opinions, instead of giving up the accountability, instead of waiting until other people hold us accountable to what we've said that we're going to do. That's the pattern that I see a lot of people get in. Start to hold yourself accountable. Stop waiting for somebody else to be the one that does that for you. Take back the power over your life and stop giving up the power of your life to other people's opinions. What would your life look like? Write it down. And then start to walk out those declarations. We're here in the new year. We've said we have these goals, what we want to do, or maybe you didn't make any New Year's resolutions. That's totally fine. It doesn't really matter. But if you're ever going to get something different in your life than what you've been getting up to this point, you have to stop giving up the power of your life to other people's opinions. In fact, I'll say this right now. You don't need to give up the power of your life to even my opinion, but I'm sharing this from my experience. And so hopefully that inspires you to know that this is true, and then maybe you can test it and apply it in your life and see what happens. I would bet and be willing to say that you've maybe even experienced where you stopped giving up the power of somebody else's opinion over an area in your life, that things started to move forward for you. But it's scary. There's the unknown. There's uncertainty. But on the other side of that fear is the breakthrough that you've been waiting for. So I want to encourage you. You can do this. I believe in you. I know it's possible. You have what's inside of you to reach your goals. Everybody does. In fact, everybody can reach that level of greatness that's already inside of them. You just have to believe it yourself, declare it, and then here's the key. You can't skip this final step. Walk it out. Take action and move forward and live in that new state of being. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.